This is a demonstration on how to put a new patient into Eaglesoft. When you log into Eaglesoft, this is the screen you will see. To enter a patient into the system, you are going to navigate up to this upper ribbon and you are going to select person. When you do that, this screen will appear and you are going to come down here and you're going to click on new because we want to enter this new patient into the system. So we are going to go ahead and enter. So my patient's first name is Dexter and last name is Joe. Dexter likes to be called Dex. It's always kind of nice to be able to ask patients how they prefer to be called. Then we're just going to kind of go down the list here. So right here, it's going to say person is patient, policyholder, responsible party. If the patient has dental insurance, we have to select policyholder. So when I click on this, because we're going to say that Dex has insurance, this is going to come up. Would you like to assign this patient to be the policyholder for primary insurance? And we're going to say yes, we want him to be that primary insurance holder. Now, when I clicked on that, you're going to notice that under policyholder, that changed to auto. We have Dexter's name here, and the relationship is self. Now, if there is a different relationship here, then you can change those, but Dexter is the policyholder. And in order to properly file insurance claims, we have to have the employer in here. So since Herzing University doesn't really do a whole lot of insurance, there's not going to be a lot of employers in here, but I'm going to click on employer and this screen is going to come up. And I'm going to say that Dexter works at Holiday Station, but you can put into the find box different employers and it would populate on every single employer that dental office covers. So I'm going to say he works at Holiday Station. I'm going to click on it. It's highlighted and I am going to go ahead and click on use and you're going to see Holiday Station right here. I'm going to come back over to the left side and I'm going to go ahead and put in Dexter's address. And there's two ways to do the address. You can actually manually put it in, or if you know the zip code, you can go ahead and put that in too. So I'm going to put the zip code in. I'm going to press tab. It's going to say that the city and the zip code do not match, which I know that, but it's asking me, would I like the city and zip code to match? And I'm going to go ahead and press yes. You're going to notice that that changed from St. Louis Park to New Brighton. So that's two ways that you can do it. Then I'm going to go ahead and put in Dexter's phone number, his cell phone number. Dexter is a male. On his registration, he mentioned he's married. I'm going to put in Dexter's date of birth. And when I press tab, you're going to see that it generates it. And for the Social Security number, most insurances will have like an alternate ID number, or they may ask for the Social Security number. So if that's the case, you would enter the Social Security number, and then we're going to come up here. Now, we're not going to enter the chart ID number because it's going to populate the ID number for us automatically. So I'm going to skip down. I'm going to put in the driver's license number. And I'm going to put in Dexter's email. Underneath this, you're going to see receives email correspondence or text messages. If you have the email and a cell phone number, click on these boxes. It gives us another opportunity to connect with the patient. Once you have that filled out, we are going to go ahead and click OK. When we click OK, you are going to notice that here is Dexter Doe. Here is his patient ID number, so 28065. We have his phone number and we have his cell phone number, and he prefers to be called Dex. So I'm going to select Dext because now I have to put in his registration forms and make sure that we have all of the appropriate registration forms completed and signed by the patient. So I am going to go ahead and select Dexter, and now I am going to actually click Edit. When I click Edit, it's going to bring me back into this account. And the part that I want to look at is the Smart Docs. So that's going to be on the right side. If I select Smart Docs, this screen is going to appear. Now I need to get his registration forms in Smart Docs. So I'm going to import them, and I already have them on my desktop. So I'm going to go to File. I'm going to hit Import. And then I am going to scroll down until I see registration forms. I'm going to make this bigger so you can see it. So we have registration forms. I know this says John. It's supposed to say Dexter. I switched the paperwork. And so we have all of this information. We have Elise is Dexter's emergency contact. We have the signature down here with the date. If we scroll and continue, we have our authorization for treatment. We want to make sure that all of this is filled out. And then we continue to scroll down, and here is our HIPAA. So we have the name here, and we have the name and signature here. And we want to make sure that everything is filled out. And everything looks great. So I'm going to go ahead and exit out of this. And right here where it says HIPAA, we're going to want to click all 3 boxes because I just went in and verified that all documents are accurately filled out and signed. Now you're going to see that it automatically generates a date. This lets me know that this is the date that I checked to make sure that these documents are current and that they're appropriately filled out. These need to be updated every 3 years. So I know that January 29th, 2028, I'm going to have to update these. And so anytime that a patient comes in or they're checking in for the very first time after an appointment, I always make sure to check these dates to make sure that we're within that 3 year. At this point, then what we can do is we can look into the patient's medical history. We can place in alerts. We can do that sort of thing all on the right side. So play around with these. So if you wanted to place an alert, we could hit alert and then this screen would come up. Or, you know, if we needed to look at the medical history, then this screen would pop up. And I'm going to make a separate video for the medical history. But just know that there are different tabs on this side that help you navigate to different areas in the chart. I hope this helped.